Welcome to the WCB Podcast. All right, this is a unique week. We have episode 717 and 718. We're rocking part 1, part 2. Obviously, you're going to be starting on part 1, which you're listening right now. Look for part 2. So they kind of make one big, long podcast, but we separated them because even though they're related in the families between Evolution and AAE, they're very much separate podcasts and separate companies there. So a little confusing. A couple plugs first as we get going. We're going to do some AAE and Evolution giveaways during this part 1 and part 2 series that we're launching today. So commenting on Spotify, if you listen on Spotify, when it's active on social media, comment on socials, we're going to pick some giveaways. Code WCB works on both companies' web pages, Evolution and AAE. We're going to try and draw some winners from code usage for that. So I know it's a little early for a lot of you guys to be getting your broadheads for the fall, but this is the best thing to get you guys thinking about getting your broadhead stock. We're going to go through all the benefits of it. Check out the new releases, the Ibex and the Shadow, and then all the great products from AAE. So should motivate you to shoot your bow, motivate you to get some gear ahead of time so you're not panicking, get familiar with the broadheads, all that good stuff. An added note, you can get whatever AAE fletchings you want at AAE and use that code WCB, or now available, workingclassbowhunter.com. We have our own WCB branded AAE Hybrid 26 vanes. We have white, green, and black. And we also have WCB Euro mount brackets on the website. Some women's flowy scoop muscle tanks available on the website. Some new hats, some new drinkware. Yeah, a bunch of new stuff there. The WCB shoot is June 21st. The after party is going to be at the New Windsor Depot in downtown New Windsor. So all this info is on our website, workingclassbowhunter.com. There's a shoot tab. There's a store tab. There's a podcast tab. There's a partners tab with all the discount codes for all the partners. So go WCB, Evolution, and at AAE. All that support and usage and everything is definitely appreciated, and our partners appreciate it. It's pretty cool. Have these top tier brands come to us in person to record with us. It's pretty fucking awesome. So that's the initial front. Hey, I got to tell you about some things here. As of right now, we still have a hunt spot open for France roe deer, July 20th through the 25th. It's a $35 hunt plus your flight to kill 2 roe deer. It's pretty cool. The rest of the partners, the podcast is presented by Grizzly Coolers. Code WCB works on that, of course. Big time. We're kind of in the lull. If you haven't planted your borderline or your spring plots, you should be planting your fall plots now. WCB 2025. Huntworth gear, Loopholed optics, trophy line, Hoyt archery, and those Hoyts are looking nice, decked out in all AAE accessories. Novix tree stands, Black Ovis, and Camo Fire. Right now, there is a limited run shirt with us, WCB and Black Ovis, and a Dustin DiTilio design. Stay mad at them. Get on Black Ovis and check that out. I'm pretty pumped about it. It's kind of encompasses my mindset and WCB's mindset when you're chasing a specific buck in the fall. It's not that we're actually mad at them, but you got to stay hunting like you're mad at them, because that's how you stay on them and stay motivated. So check that out. Exclusive run shirt. It's a badass shirt of a guy just pinwheeling a buck from a saddle. So got to love that. So check out Black Ovis, code WCB at everything Black Ovis works. Victory Archery, Victory Arrows, Rip TKOs is what I'm running this fall. Dialed Archery, The Proof. Blackgate trail camera, some exciting stuff coming down the line from Blackgate, and some giveaways from a lot of these brands at our shoot. Illuma trailers, we're pulling one up to Canada Bear Camp right now with the side-by-side on it as this podcast launches. And we'll be hunting right now up in Bear Camp with Old Barn Taxidermy. So all your taxidermy needs, you should be thinking about Old Barn in Fort Madison, Iowa. Deercast, we got some Deercast giveaways going on at the shoot. A lot of Elite Plus memberships. In our opinion, it's the leader in mapping and weather predictive and movement tools for whitetails. Rogue Ridge e-bikes. I haven't broke my collarbones yet. That's good. AAE and Evolution, of course. Rack Hub, code WCB. Mountain Ops, code WCB will save you 20% and keep you fueled up through the summer, getting ready to gear up for fall. So I kind of ran through those quick, but I wanted to be timely. I wanted to get you guys enjoying these episodes. 717 and 718, shout out to Evolution and AAE for their partnership, and we appreciate you guys supporting us and them. And we're just out here having a good time. Don't let us ruin your day. Enjoy these. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey everybody, this is Mark Drury with Drury Outdoors.
Hey all you deer hunters, this is Jimmy John.
This is Jared Mills.
Hey everybody, this is Caitlin Moss.
Hey guys, this is Jared Scheffler from Whitetail Adrenaline.
What's up guys, Josh Sparks from Midwest Whitetail.
Hey, this is Nick Mutt from Bone Collector.
This is Chancey Walters.
Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter Podcast.
Working Class Bow Hunter Podcast.
WCB.
Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter. You're listening to the Working Class Bow Hunter. That's right, this is a podcast for Billy Joe Lunchbucket, the working man, just like me and you. My name's Travis T-Bone Turner from the Bone Collector. Thank you for tuning in.
Those people on that pod, those hosts are a little unhinged.
Working Class. Working Class. Working Class.
Working Class Bow Hunter.
You're listening to my buddies on Working Class Bow Hunter.
Best motherfucking podcast on the planet.
We're back. We're back on part 2. We did separate it. Nice to see you. We're back for another week at WCB. I think that's what we're doing. If not, thanks for being here the whole time.
We're still here. I know we're 2+ hours in.
Yeah, which is fine. Yeah, ATA. I heard ATA is going public.
They're opening it. Well, here, I'm going to let him do it.
Yeah, so
I'm going to transfer this to. I'm just nobody in this.
We're all family.
We're all family, and as the ghost riders, but also the backbone that's held up this industry for 53 years, 54, oh God, almost 55 years. God, I got old really fast.
AE's in the biz.
So, yeah, the ATA is going public, meaning for the first time ever on day 3, day 4, and day 5. But what was a 3-day event has now gone to a 5-day event. We are going to be allowing the general public to come in and shop all the biggest brands on the floor and see what we're bringing new to the world. This traditionally was only a dealer-only event to support our dealers. Well, let's be honest. The market has shrank. The dealers have shrank. As many have heard me mention before, maybe in the previous episode, we're in the bottom of the swing right now. I'm not going to say hopefully. I've been doing this so long, I know we're on the upswing. It's just the nature of what we do. We're going to start into the upswing here, but I think this is also the upswing of the DTC, the direct-to-consumer. Thanks to these supercomputers in our hands.
And me?
Dale.
His brand style, whereas I am a full distribution model company. Me and my team, we sell from a base level distribution level on up. Dale lives in this modern world that makes us so much more money and gets to sell direct to the consumer and cut 2/3 of the problem out.
Mm-hmm. Well, we still sell, and we're geared to sell to the dealers because we want to support them.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to support the dealers. You want to support the dealers, but you also
that's Amazon created this monster.
Correct.
All we're doing is following its model.
Yep. Yeah. So
right.
Everybody wants their stuff shipped that day.
Yep.
Moving on, and they want to order, and they want to order it. They want to order it from their desk or their workstation or whatever, their phone when they sit at home.
And that's the old school and new school looking way out of it because that's where distribution came from, right?
Yeah.
My girlfriend works there. We need multiple distribution locations, and they got to make their share of the profit.
Right.
Well, now, it's up and down because, of course, since COVID and just we'll say employment issues and everything else, we can't get shipping. Man, you pay next day air unless you live back here. You pay next day air for shipping out west where we live. No, that's 2 day. You pay $200 for that to get there at the same price we would have gotten there for $85.
Yeah.
Don't ever pay next day air, people. It ain't worth the penny.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That Benjamin needs to stay in your pocket.
That should just be called disappointment.
Yeah, it should be. Disappointment error.
I mean, really, it should.
Unless you live.
Click.
Deliver by disappointment because it's not going to get there.
I'm going to pay you no money or a bunch of money for nothing.
Unless you live in a major metropolitan area, next day air is worthless these days. Do not spend the money. UPS,
That is a
suck
true
it.
statement. Yeah.
It used to be
Fair
a thing.
advice.
It used to be a
It
big deal.
used to be incredible. No,
Yeah.
they used to be fun. UPS, FedEx didn't matter. Next day air, they prioritize that stuff.
I did it all the time with car parts because I needed it the next day.
Unless you're in a rural, very rural area,
Deep Alaska.
USPS ground is as fast as USPS priority is as fast as UPS next day, not next day, but 2 day. It's just simple. And
that's what.
by the way, when we ship it, once it leaves our building, we don't have anything to do with it, people. So you can call us and
you're
tell
not
us
running it
our
there.
package is in here.
I don't have it in my truck.
We don't have it anymore.
That's
Just
what-
to let you know.
I get them all the time. Hey, it says it's at the post office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped it off. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't know what
I
you're
don't
gonna do. You know, I'm not driving the truck.
Right.
Trust me.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Yeah.
The
But I
little
will say-
elf
I
coming
will say
along.
USPS ground is amazing.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. That's all we use here.
It's the best. It's the most efficient of all of them because basically it's their bottom line system, and so everything goes through that. When you get a priority, all it says is on the label. It says ground or priority. When they scan it, if they don't see it and they don't understand it, it just goes into the regular system anyway. Don't pay priority. Just UPS ground or USPS ground. It will get there.
It's fair advice. It's good advice.
I'm going to lead the podcast here for you and bring this back to the ATA because it's something.
Yeah.
We got off there.
I am very
shipping there. Weird.
Man, we can go down every rabbit hole, but that's a big problem,
So
especially for me.
Is this good for ATA?
So,
Wow,
We talked about
that's an awesome question.
It's an
Kurt.
awesome question because
Nobody knows.
nobody knows, and it depends on your stance within the industry. As an embedded manufacturer, the ATA to me is about a dealer specific show. It is our only dealer specific show. Now there's buying group specific shows.
Right.
They don't draw anybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
They buy
And
their
I
group.
don't want to shoot them in the foot because I'm partners with all of them, but I'm sorry.
I can
Most
shoot
of
them in
those
the
shows cost us a ton of money as a manufacturer. And because they don't see on the other end as the dealers, they don't see what we spent to be there.
Yeah.
And I have many
Travel,
buying-
shipping, hotels, booth costs, meals.
yeah, they don't
everything.
get it. Like the base
You guys
price
get
to it.
You go to events.
Yeah, you go to events.
Same thing.
Yeah. And
I mean,
we're a
it
small
starts.
slice,
It starts at $10,000.
Starts.
This day and age, it starts 2-3 people, hotels, the booth space, shipping your booth, building a booth, designing a booth, the time invested into it,
Alcohol.
shipping the product, alcohol. It's a $10,000 investment for 2 people, and everybody goes, "Oh, you guys could live cheaper." You're right, we could. I could eat Taco Bell the whole time and drink water to ask 10 people to come up and ask me about my product. And it is a sour note to say that there are buying group shows that's how they go.
Yeah.
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 That's how they go. So that's and the ATA show goes in its swings. They're in its prime, man. You're talking 2005 to 2018. There were a couple lulls,
It was wild.
but it was
wild.
an event.
Yeah.
That's when I sold my
And-
first company.
and-
it was. Yeah. I mean,
2015. It was nuts.
it was a party.
It was a party, and part of it was I was never a fan of it because they cut out the party. There were a bunch of people like, oh, there's too many people here that are here for the party, what we now call influencers, but at the time, they basically let anybody who was involved in the industry prove you're in the industry and you could come in the door. And we had Bone Collector, and we had The Crush, and we had any up-and-comer. I mean, for 5 years, my God, we had Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert headlining every night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've personally
insane.
held Blake up on certain nights just because I guess I'm the right shortness and had lunch with Miranda the next day bitching about Blake. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that problem's solved now.
Well,
we got that. We got that handled.
Thanks, Gwen.
Thanks, Gwen.
you know, like
Which, if you're going to solve a problem, not a bad way.
not a bad way to go. Not a bad upgrade.
But yeah, dude, my first introduction to ATA, I went in 2011 or 2012 when Muzzy was on.
Oh, okay.
Like Muzzy, I was like part of their bro staff in the day, and Mark Land is like, "You want to come help with the booth? I'll give you your dad tickets to ATA." I'm like,
Yeah, I'll
I'm
pay my
there."
own way.
Yeah,
I'm there.
We
I
did.
will spend my own money and do all this stuff. Yeah, welcome
did.
to way back when.
We did, and you know what? One of the best things I ever did, man. It was fucking.
awesome.
It was my introduction to the
100%.
space.
Yeah.
So it lit the fire in my ass to do something in this space. You know.
So, just as this introduction to what we're doing, bringing the public back on a different flavor, like they're trying to make this more like the auto show, right? Mm-hmm. We are going to be allowed to sell to the public on days 2, 3, or no, 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell everybody, unless something amazing happens, nobody's even going to be there on day 5. Now, day 5 exists because there is a shoot that was originated as fulfillment during COVID called the
Rushmore Rumble.
Rushmore Rumble. I always want to call it Rumble in the Rocks.
Yeah, that's different.
That's an Arizona shoot.
deal.
Yeah.
Which is super fun, by the way.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
The Rushmore Rumble, which was created during COVID by the NFAA when that was the only place we could go shoot. We had some amazing times in South Dakota. Thank you, Christy Noam, are now
for sure.
Homeland Security, right? Yeah, is that that's what she's doing now? So thank you, Christy, at the time. But we're combining some events and long term, and I'm going to, because I've got insider trading all day long, and I think people are being too secretive. And if you want to yell at me, cool, come yell at me. I'm doing you all a favor because you played too many freaking hands to your
Here
chest.
it comes. And go. Do it.
We need this entire thing to become public nationally. Quit trying to hide your cards. The boat companies, love y'all, my friends. I'm tired of playing in between games with y'all. We need you all for this industry to be a success.
To be there.
Yep.
You need to be there.
Yeah.
You have to be there.
Right.
As one of the biggest accessory companies on that floor, I draw the biggest crowds. Why? Because I give away liquor for 2 nights.
Yeah, we host a. Go
There
ahead.
was a bar at your booth.
I'm not dumb.
There is a bar at our booth. Yeah.
And there will
my
be
guy.
a bar again where you can get free drinks in the AAE booth.
Come by.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to
Yeah.
be expensive this year with the public.
I don't care.
No, it's
I don't
it's
care.
awesome.
The whole point is
We're building products for the product for the public.
no. I just
right?
yeah. No, we
are.
build. We are not building anything that doesn't make archery better.
Better.
A, as you said before. B, this is the event, and it used to be the event. As you guys knew when you first came, this place was a rock house.
A riot.
It was insane. And then COVID killed it, and you still have this people afraid to go out in the public. Now, I get it. I'm from Arizona. You think I want to go to Indianapolis on January 7th?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
No.
deer hunting season in Arizona, people.
It's-
We don't want to be there.
Yeah, it's winding down in the
zero.
Midwest here.
It's like right now.
Dale, for those of you, it's 40 degrees out.
Yeah, it's Indiana in January is not where you want to be.
Yeah.
But
The
I will
Midwest, anytime except to kill a whitetail. I'm not sure why I'm here, except to come
In
see you
Phoenix,
fellas.
it's 70 degrees.
Fair game. You did text me. What's the weather there? I'm like, is that what you want to hear?
It's
Right at 70, it's like,
105.
what the hell?
Yeah.
We brought shorts, dude. We brought shorts and t-shirts.
It's chilly here today.
It's 105 in Phoenix tomorrow.
Well, it was 95 like 3 days ago. So
Yeah,
that should've
That's
been
why I
Midwest.
texted him. I did.
fair.
I
To
did.
be fair,
Hold it
I don't want it
closer.
to be 105 have in May. I couldn't handle it.
Well, and yeah, this
But
is
it's
a whole
not
different
humidity.
Deal. Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
a dry heat.
Arizona is nice. Arizona is
It
nice.
is a different world. No, 120 is 120. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
that
what you
sucks.
say.
But I'll
That
tell you,
sucks.
yes.
No matter
I
what
will,
you
I will
spend.
say though, in this defense, when ATA is in Indianapolis, I like Indy because of ATA.
Yep.
Where you stay in Indy, where you go to the show, the restaurants, it's all right there. You don't have to fucking leave
And
the
there's
block.
awesome restaurants.
There's
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
restaurants.
Awesome.
Indy and
Indianapolis is a
Louisville
great-
kill it.
Yeah, they're gonna kill
They
it.
kill it. I like Louisville significantly less than Indy.
Yeah.
I like fucking St. Louis way fucking less than both. When it was there 2 years ago, St. Louis
Yep.
is a fucking shithole. It's better than Chicago.
That was one of our best shows ever as a company.
Yeah. Well,
St.
that was
Louis?
right as we were going to a place, and then somebody got shot in the street.
That did happen.
man.
Yeah, we
that
did
was-
watch that guy
part
get shot.
sucked.
You don't want that.
No, that was always bad.
But hey, you know what? They
but
shouldn't have
Indy's
been
awesome.
standing there. So
Some people deserve to die, but I didn't say that.
yeah, hey, it's just what it is. That's how it rolls in St. Louis. But I'll be interested.
It'll be interesting. It will be an interesting format.
Let me ask you this, and I have a feeling what you're going to tell me. We don't plan on going to ATA this year. Mm-hmm. Are we wrong? Should we go? Should we go to help revive it?
Yes.
Yeah, you should come and help
No,
work in the booth.
and that's
Fuck you, Dale.
Is that a horrible thing to say? Well,
Yeah,
I gotta just-
Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. We just literally had selection right before we left for here. Literally, I had my selection meeting before I left to come here.
for here, literally.
I had to
Like
detour
an
to the
hour.
shop to spend an hour
Yeah.
to detour to come to here. Okay. We need everybody there to bring back that life and what the ATA is. And the number one thing beyond putting the people in the building and exposure and everything, there is no other organization in the world defending archery legally. There's nobody in Congress fighting for us. There's nobody litigating for us except the ATA.
Yeah, we don't have the NRA fighting for
Yeah.
us.
Now Jeff Poole is our ATA president. He came from the NRA.
Right.
But they are the founding force that is supporting us. And yeah, this event costs a lot of money, guys. Me personally, I got 50 grand is my investment in total last year to go to the ATA. And we're just a mid-level size accessory company. You know, and I again have no problem saying this on here. You got Matthews, PSE's already committed to a 20x40. I think that's a perfect size for a boat company.
Yeah.
They don't need to. We don't need this the 10,000 square foot storyboard telling.
pop and circus.
We don't
pants
need
that we
tattoo
saw.
booths
No.
and then every.
No, we don't need the Plano booth that was there. That was
We don't.
That was
just the dead space. Now
the
the ATA is going to yell at me about that from a standpoint of
But
we
it's-
want to sell
but
the
it's
square
honest
footage.
and it's real.
But it's honest. It is.
If
You know
we
what?
can get
People
every
there-
boat company there in a 20x40 versus them not coming at all.
Give me a
It'd be
20x40 and 4 shooting lanes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because
Yeah,
all
awesome.
anybody wants to do is shoot the new bow.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
That's
right.
what
It
they're
just
doing.
launched, and they all need to launch their boat ATA again.
Yes.
They're gonna launch
We
them
need to
October
get out of
fucking 1st.
August. August
yeah.
launches suck.
Yeah, October 1st, August,
horrible.
September.
No.
That's
They can't even ship a bow yet.
Horse
They haven't
shit.
even fulfilled the orders from last year,
Yeah.
and they're launching a new bow.
Why is that even a thing?
yeah, they need to do
Exactly.
Why is that a thing?
You know
Why
what?
are you launching
Why
it
does
right
this
before hunting
exist?
season?
Damn, you know, Nick, good point. We're
You
going-
hit a chord that could go like.
I don't
but
care.
I'm going to answer. But I'm
Dale,
going to
they
answer a
can't
question.
hurt me.
No, they will. They will. I'm going to
I
answer a
don't
question
care
for,
because
for
I'm
what
not
Kurt
wrong.
asked. No, you're not.
they-
I'm going to ask a question for what Kurt asked. So, should you be there? Yes. And the reason you should be
We're
there.
going now. You got us. We're going.
So the reason you should be there is the public loves you guys.
Yeah.
The public will be there now. I would honestly say for you guys to be there when it's just dealers, the dealers, yeah, great. Okay, yeah, it's working class bow hunter guys. It's this.
They're
but
gay.
how do you benefit them?
So
Okay, you don't. But the public wants to come see you.
That's true.
So if you're there and you're our partners, which you are, you know, we would love to have you guys in our booth. Sign autographs, do whatever, kiss babies, you know, shake hands, whatever.
So
all
how-
that stuff. Well, maybe
How about
maybe,
this idea?
maybe the porch dash, no kissing baby.
We're more
But-
of the tit signing.
Okay,
crowd
got
here.
you. But whatever it is, but,
how
but
about
in
this
that,
idea?
We're past
but
the
in
baby
that,
sign.
Hold up.
okay.
How about this idea? And you can tell me I'm all dumb, and frankly, I can be. We have 2 couches and a table in our booth. It's been the same design for 9 years. Why don't one day, on the public day, you guys do a podcast and you bring in public?
Yeah,
And
you
the
bring
bar's
everybody
next
there
to
in the
us.
bars next
Well,
to you.
you want
yeah,
the
for
bar
sure.
there? I'll bring it. And you just
be
bring
nice.
people in for a 5-minute sit down, get their thoughts.
Yeah.
We need a good speaker sponsor to put in the booth. And
Jeremy. I got the
Grizzly,
beer.
Grizzly would
I got
be a
the
good
beer.
guy for that. Yeah.
I got the beer. I think Jeremy and Jake.
Jeremy, Jake, you're
they're
listening.
listening.
okay, we'll talk about this. We have some coolers there.
Yeah.
Have some hot chicks.
So full disclosure. Full disclosure.
oh, sorry.
Full disclosure. We have not been at the ATA. I've been there helping Nick for years, and because we're a direct to consumer company that sells.
You've been there.
I've been
On
there.
that table.
Yeah, on that table and in that aspect. But we may do a booth this year, and so for this aspect and the whole deal. So we'd love to have you guys there, 100%. I think it'd be a great thing.
We're in.
Twist our arm. We're there.
We'll go party in Indy.
Yeah.
Again.
You know what? Whatever, we'll go. We don't want it, but we'll do it.
We don't want it.
For you guys, we'll go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You know
guys
what?
are
You
givers,
hired us.
man.
We'll
No
do
matter
it.
what
I will
anybody says
certainly
about it.
supply all the booze you can drink within that window.
All right.
All right, I'm
We're
in.
going.
Okay, we'll see you at ATA, everybody.
Yeah, that's a couple grand there, right
Yeah,
there.
we'll be fine. We'll go.
Quit yelling at us.
I guess we'll buy a hotel. All right, we'll be
You're
there.
buying the whole hotel? Sweet. I need a
We're
room.
in. We need a room.
It's one queen bed. You guys-
For all of us.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
make
knew
you a bad
Doug was a
person,
small
right?
spot.
It doesn't-
All right, we're in. The good points, though, man. It does it's a kick in the ass for the archery industry for excitement for the year. Like it
is.
needs that.
It is.
You know,
And I
It's
agree
what we
with you
need.
on the bow launch. Don't freaking launch your bows
there
until
needs
there.
to be like a ceasefire
It would
until
be
ATA.
hilarious
would
to
be
watch
so
all these
much
bows come out at the
together.
same time and let the public, now you have the public there, go shoot them.
That was the best thing about ATA.
Go shoot them.
Here's what I say:
All the bow launches.
the public needs to shame bow companies that launch before ATA until they all agree.
Let's
boo this
I'll
company.
tell you, right now it's one of the biggest accessory companies on the planet. I hate when they launch because we're barely getting over the hump of their changes that they refuse to
getting
tell
ready.
anybody about.
Getting ready for
So
it.
what? How in
I
the
didn't even think
loop
about
are
that.
you with archery? Like a bow brand that's like, hey, AAE, we're doing this.
Do I get alerted about anything? No.
But it's beneficial for the bow company to alert
They
you as an accessory.
should.
They
They
don't?
should. No. And look, I don't know what the internal details of it are, but I'm going to say on our level, the only company that may get that is QAD. I'm not thrilled about it. Don't know why.
Because so
But the one
More
thing
on
that
the integrated side.
the
Yeah.
integrate side and the patent driven side, but
well, is it because they're just putting logos on rests or whatever? And
no. It is intentional designs into the risers. And
Yeah, they
and
integrated rest.
there is the big elephant in the room that does a phenomenal job of building their entire product around that attachment, and that's it.
I got you. Okay.
They and I don't physically know, but I'm gonna say that they're really good friends, and they truly believe in that product, and they're my direct competitor, and competition is good.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not
And-
mad at it, but it's,
No. And I wish them nothing but the best. But I also think some of the design really limits the opportunity.
Well, I think too, like,
And I know that's what they're after,
yeah.
but they're after it because they know they don't have the superior
Simplicity. is
I got
what
you.
they're after.
Okay.
and superior. I mean, I'll put it out there. I think I make a better product.
Well, I think AAE, from my perspective, has always been known as like high end, nice archery focused, like premium stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like you said earlier, it's like you're not putting out stuff just to put it out. You're putting stuff out that you would use. But like, so earlier we talked like on your website, we're on AAE's website, proudly made in the USA since 1971, right? Okay. So that's a long time. What's the
So
start
when
of
were you born?
90.
90.
91 for me.
91.
I'm 90 also.
You know, it's really affecting me now when those dates make me
God, it's horrible for me.
Hey,
It is
Jordan.
not
The
good.
worst is when you go to the gas
Is it-
station and have the thing that says
Yeah,
to buy
if you're
cigarettes.
21, you
can't
got to
call
be born
them
in
in that 'cause that guy
1920.
could date my daughter.
They're 2022.
You can't have that conversation.
They're 2024 now.
Jordan, what year were you born?
Yeah, my daughter was 05. Get out of here.
2000.
She'll squat more than you too, by the way.
I have kids older than all you people. Shut up.
Shut up.
Isn't that crazy? 1971's a long haul, in the archery game especially.
Yeah,
That's-
and on,
That just proves how good the products are.
right.
yeah. And the brand actually, not the brand, but the company started in 1958. So Max and Joel Hamilton created the original production level plastic vein.
That was the first product.
Their first product, and they were up near Mormon Lake around Flagstaff in their little 16-foot camp trailer. They had a little punch press where their bed was supposed to be, and they were punching veins out of a cellulose material.
One at a time.
One at a time. And
Just
put
like
them in
a
little box.
A cut handle press.
Yeah. They had a little extrusion machine, and they could extrude a cellulose material, cellulose being more like a foam, and they were on the level of producing a production level plastic vein. That evolved.
Think about that number. One at a time.
One at a time.
And then in about 30 seconds, you're going to find out how many
Yeah.
they can produce
Yeah.
now.
So that evolved over time, and we actually went through a phase where we molded veins, and now we're at a level now where we have 2 extrusion lines in line, and we can produce at max pace, right around 2 million veins a day.
A day. A day.
A day.
2 million AAE veins a day.
I haven't gotten to. Our market's not big enough, but it's what we can do.
Wow.
Is that
Wrap your head
in
around
24
that.
hours or in a shift?
In 24 hours.
24 hours.
So
Okay.
wrap your head around that number.
2 million.
Yeah. But
So-
I
so
really want to
understand-
get there, but
understand
remember,
this.
it's
Understand this.
pennies at a time. Pennies, pennies, pennies.
So understand this, though. It will take you 11 days to count to 1 million.
11 days.
1,
Yes.
2.
Yeah. Literally, it will
Nice
take you
going.
11 days to count to 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah. So we make 7 veins a second per machine.
I gotta see a video of this.
It's mind-boggling.
I've
dude.
got. I
I've
can
seen
dig
it.
through my
It's-
phone and find a
it's-
few.
It's
I
mind-boggling.
won't put them on here.
I want to see
Our
it.
competition.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the manufacturing side of things.
Strangely, our competition has put up full videos of how they do their process, which was frankly relieving. Also left me scratching my head why they tanked our market.
Yeah.
I've had a few drinks. I don't know if I want to.
No, I love it. By the way, I've been informed that the WCB AAE veins should be shipped or in the mail here. Zach just gave me a notification like probably today or in the next couple days.
They were shipping this week.
Yep. So that's exciting. So WCB veins will be available on our website. AAE WCB veins will be very cool. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
2 million of them.
Thanks for allowing that to happen. That's going to be fun. 2 million of them.
Yeah, they made it in a day.
We made them do it in one day and 2 days.
Thank you guys for wanting to be a part of what we are.
Oh, dude, of course,
No problem
man.
at all.
You know.
Of course.
That's awesome.
There's a ton. AAE is known for the veins. The Prophecy Rest we've been shooting is fucking stellar. The Mountain Series Stabilizer is what we're all running. Those things are slick as shit, as Doug would say.
Slicker than tea.
Everything you guys do is just like, it's just where it needs to be. It's just right.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, it's exactly within, and we've said it a few times now where Dale came along with, if we can't create a product that isn't going to make archery better, I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are the largest archery accessory company in the United States by SKU. And it's not even close. I have 2,400 SKUs by veins. Thank you.
In veins.
In veins. WCB just added 18 more. So
We got colors, baby.
We got
Yeah.
colors.
colors, sizes,
What you want?
materials.
What you want?
Yeah, I have 2,400 SKUs just in veins.
And veins.
Oh,
We're gonna be in here with veins. Just
Okay. What veins
Not a bad
should
video idea.
what vein should people run and why?
Oh God, here we go. All right, so
All right.
I don't build a vein without a purpose.
Okay.
So we're going to go bona fide, solid, tried and true. The hybrids are an iteration of our elite vein. The old EPs have been around since 1971. And it's had a bunch of material changes, frankly. But since 1991, its base material has stayed the same. And it evolved into the hybrid. The hybrid is an iteration of what originally was the Max vein, launched in 2008. And everybody wanted a Max vein. So the hybrid vein is a nylon base. The Max vein is urethane base. Primary difference is urethane is extremely tough, durable. You can beat the holy crap out of it. It is chemically resistant. Therefore, it does not want to glue. It does not want to adhere. So everybody wanted a vein with the same flight characteristics as the Max, but was easy to fletch.
Without the primer pen type situation.
Right. With our factory applied activator, we have what we internally call superfluid that is applied to the base of our veins, which is why our veins stick. If you're using hybrids, in theory, you can't fletch them fast enough.
So understand, people, I want to tell you this because we have these questions all the time. And I do say we because I am part of the AAE team.
Yes.
Understand there is activator on these veins. They're not just standard plastic. Okay.
On anything not a Max.
Yes. So, but even the Max, based on the fact that with a Max pin, if it says Max, use the pin. Use the Max pin. That what it does is it, and I could, I'm gonna obviously Nick's the expert on this, but I'm gonna say it on a layman's term.
I'm waiting to hear this because nobody's ever said this over the top of me.
So basically, So basically, what that does is it reactivates or breaks down the process that the Max veins have, so they can be glued. And so understand, if you have a brand new pack of Max veins, you can use them without a primer pin, even though it's not recommended because that activator has not cured all the way. If you have basically a pack of veins that say Max on them, you want to use the primer pin. It's your catch-all, save-all, do everything. And so you're using them 2 veins at a time Max. You put them on the veins. That activator breaks down that process. It makes it glue to the shaft. And then once that happens, it ain't coming off. But if it does not say Max, do not use a primer pen.
Above all, the last piece he said. Everything else was
close.
Ish.
But in reality, in the layman's terms, and people to activate and use these products where they're going to do it, that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And in honesty, I mean, you can break it down, and there's this, and there's that, and there's a million different things. But if it does not say Max, don't use the Max.
Don't use a pen.
Mm-hmm. It's not if we come out with a new vein that says, WCB on it, and it's the WCB vein, then if it doesn't say Max, don't use the Max pen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the simplest process to do. Air razors do not use the Max pen because it doesn't say Max.
Doesn't say Max on it.
It says Max.
Correct.
Use Max pen.
Yes.
No Max. No Max pen.
No Max pen.
Okay.
It's very
I will
simple.
tell you, back in the day, this might be going back.
This can't be back in the day.
For me, back in the day.
Like last week. Back in the day.
Of WCB back in the day. So I'm not talking 1971 back in the day.
Right.
I'm talking Kurt WCB back in the day.
2015.
2015.
Okay.
10 years ago. I tried to glue on Max veins without the primer pen because I didn't know there was a primer pen.
Right.
In
Which
the day.
there was not then.
Okay. And I was like, and then there was, because I was like, man, I had a vein fall off. Like, well, you have to use the primer pen. So it might have been 2015. It might have been a little later.
Max Pen was 2017.
It might have been in there. It might have been 2017. So I was like, oh, I didn't know.
Right.
So
Cool.
It's only said in 7 places at this point.
Yeah.
It really is.
7 places.
7 places. Literally. On the packaging, the insert cards, the pin, the glue, the whatever.
Yeah,
It's 7 places.
Seven
It's
places.
Only 7.
My bad.
Only 7.
When you, if you buy the Max kit
I was dumb. Okay.
and veins,
No, I'm not.
and there's a bright orange card in the
read it.
package,
You should read it.
Shouldn't have brought that up.
a safety orange card.
I can't read.
Maybe,
I was just a boy.
maybe,
Oh, mail thing.
and
Directions?
that
Fuck these.
card
I was like, what?
Why is
to
it
your
orange?
7-year-old who knows how to read.
All right, I'm sorry. I fucked up. All
Kirby's
right?
orange cards. I ordered green veins. What the hell is that?
I won't ever do it again.
If this was a green card, I would look at it. But
I'm
I didn't
out.
order this.
Orange, lame. Threw it away.
Kurt just goes, "What the hell?"
All right, you know what? My bad. Okay.
Well, now,
User error is always the issue
and for the most part, I'll give you that. But we went through a 2-year stretch.
for the most part.
Yeah, no,
I'm admittedly saying I fucked up. Don't we just double down on me, guys?
and we won't even accept that.
Yeah, it's like I fucked up. What an idiot!
yeah.
You're so dumb. I'm like, I know. I said I was dumb. You're so stupid. It's like, all right, now it's hurt my
You
feelings.
sound like Rogan right now. You're so stupid.
I was like, man, I was really admitting that I was at fault, but you could
You
really
did stick
down.
yourself with that fucking needle, didn't you?
Yeah. Hey, man, give me another tattoo. I deserve it. I'll get an AAE tattoo at this point, brother. AAE Max.
I don't even have one.
Max.
Where are the 80 tattoos? Why am I-
Max
You
on
need a
it.
tattoo of the actual pen.
Yeah, I'll do it.
No
somewhere.
primer pin.
Then
Don't
you,
think
you always have a pen with you.
Think I won't. We'll see how long. If this
Yeah.
partnership lasts, I'll fucking do it.
Well, so you can do a short pin and then it grows to a
Well,
long pin.
I will say, we don't get into partnerships unless we don't think they're long
Long
term.
term. Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So it looks like I'm getting a tattoo.
I think you and I both need to then because
Oh,
I don't
shit.
have one.
God.
Hey,
Oh shit.
we'll do it at ATA.
Deal.
Hey, we'll do it at the
In the booth.
Bring in
We'll do it
it.
at the Botech booth when they get the tattoo. Remember that shit?
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, but it brought the eyes.
It
man.
was
brought the
sick.
eyes.
It was sick. I thought it was
People
great.
still talk about it.
Hey,
You
boy,
got a person.
AAE had a couple
It was
tattoo artists in
wild.
the booth.
You got a person.
All right,
Maybe you can make that happen.
you line up the tattoo artist. I'll take care of the rest.
Let me talk. Let me talk.
During
to you
your
guys.
podcast, 2 hours.
Man, this is getting crazy.
Tattoo
Oh no,
on
no,
the
we're gonna
podcast?
put this together.
This is getting crazy.
Okay.
We're gonna have a bar.
Shit, I'm gonna have to buy a booth.
You're one day.
Suck.
Now get out of
I
my
gotta
booth
spend
face,
some money.
old man.
Okay.
I gotta
okay.
spend some money.
Old man.
I gotta spend some money.
All right.
So far, you gotta be.
You
a bar
do
and
the
tattoo artist.
Bar
podcast.
and tattoo
You
artist.
you line up the tattoo artist,
Okay.
and I will take care of the bar and the tattoo fees
Okay.
during your podcast.
Okay. I could probably get 2 tattoo artists that'll do it. That are good.
That's all we need.
Okay. Let me work
I
on
have 2
it.
couches.
Okay. Let me work on it.
Eric has to get a tattoo.
I'll get a tattoo for sure.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Now, and they
hey,
have to be WCB, AAE,
archery related.
or we'll throw Dale in there because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
Dale.
The Ibex.
I get the
logo?
Ibex
Yeah,
logo.
the
for sure.
Ibex
would
logo.
be badass.
I'll say this. I'll get tattooed while podcasting in the AAE.
Yes.
Holy
100%.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
I'll do it.
I'm in.
The trifecta.
What's going on right now?
Okay.
I'm in.
I'm in.
We got to just remember this.
Shit, there's
Holy
gonna be-
shit.
there's gonna
Now we
be
need
1,000
3 tattoo artists because we're
There's gonna be
we're
1,000
eating up a
people
couple
there
of-
just to watch.
Well, you
this.
just said it on air.
Dale,
so
it's
people
all
don't
eyes.
know.
That's all we care.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be 1,000 people.
ATA comes around, we can do none of
Here's the
this.
thing. The tattoo artist might be like,
No.
What the?
You don't get to light this fire in me and it doesn't continue.
here's
Yeah,
the thing with
it doesn't
tattoo
turn
artists,
them.
though. They might just be like, I'm booked. There's a show that weekend. I can't do it. But
Well, then you find another.
I got 3 guys I think could.
I've
could
got
do it.
4 or 5 at home that can draw crayons. We'll be fine.
Okay. I got 3 good dudes I think could do it. By the way, your boy just traded a Harley for like $4,000 in tattoos. So your boy's about to be.
You're running out of space.
I'm about to be yet too.
Guess where that AAE is going?
Down here. There's a room right there. Is that blank?
It's the orange card.
Only use backspin.
It's an AAE Max Bond primer pen information. Holy fuck.
That
It's like
would be
a chick that gets a
awesome.
Bible scripture on her ribs.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Heavenly Father, thank God.
Yes. Okay. Gosh, we're really over promising, and we just got to over
We
deliver.
are over promising. Yes.
We can't under deliver, but
my God.
I like
We're
where this
there.
is going because this is in line with our style. So AE is rad. Everybody loves it. The veins are the best, but that's cool. Hand pressing individual veins. is
That's
crazy. But cool.
And,
Like it's like a neat concept because
Yeah.
no one else was doing that at the time.
No.
Was it all just feather veins?
In a little 16-foot.
But everybody
everybody
starts somewhere, like we said.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody starts in their garage.
Yeah, it was
their
just-
room, their
I'm gonna go
trailer.
Was it just feather
whatever it
veins
is.
before then?
Yep.
And they just
Yeah,
went-
well, it's probably what mostly feather type veins. Or?
Oh, he's going into a coughing mode. He's got a thing where all of a sudden he'll start coughing, and
okay,
you can't control that. But
it's all good.
Yeah,
but can you imagine hand pressing veins?
yeah,
I need 2
I
million
can,
veins.
dude. I
do
can
today.
I can. No, not 2 million, but yeah. I mean, we all start that. We all start building one broad at a time, one this at a time, one that at a time, and
yeah.
And you start to think about, God, okay, I can build. You know, we're going to sell 100 of these.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then we're going to sell 1,000. Then we're going to sell 10,000. You know, and what we talked about. I mean, this product right here, we don't know what the numbers are going to be.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it was surprised.
Yeah.
Two. That's pretty good.
Huh?
3 hours. That was number 2.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're pretty solid.
Yeah, you're quick. You're quick on that.
Yeah, he's got it. We know. He's like, I gotta go.
Yeah, hey, that's fair. I get bloody noses like that.
I do too.
Like when I go out west, because dry or
dries.
I get like my biggest fear when I was in school was like getting a bloody nose during a class.
Yeah.
Because like I bleed out.
Yeah.
Like
blow your nose and it's like, oh, I can't. That's what happened.
It's leaking.
Mine are bad. I need to get. I'm supposed to get my nose cauterized, but I never
Cauterized?
went
Oh,
in and
shit.
had it done. Yeah. Like I get bloody noses. If I get one and I'm in public, I'm
Watch
gone.
out, yeah.
I'm gone. I got to go lay down on my back somewhere in the grass until I'm fucking figure it out. But like,
Only in the grass.
well, I mean, I'm laying the rocks.
Like, I'm not stupid. I got a bloody nose, but I'm not stupid.
But like, if I let it bleed,
Yeah, you'll just keep going.
yeah,
Wow.
it does not stop.
I had that in hunting camp this year.
I get them out
Like
west.
I
and
walked into
I'm-
the trailer, it looked like a crime scene.
yeah.
It was like it was blood
Shit
everywhere.
everywhere.
What happened?
Yeah.
I got one
Nuts.
chasing Merriam's in Oregon
Oh, yeah?
a couple weeks ago. I was with Bo Brooks. He's like, "Dude, you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, just give me a." Luckily,
Toilet paper, paper towel, something.
I didn't have
stick in there.
anything on me, dude. I'm like, I'm about to just grab pine needles to slow this down. And Haynes from North American Whitetail, he had an old school red bandana. I was like,
Nice.
What are you, a blood? He's like, nah, just take it, dude. I don't care. I have 1,000 of them. And I just crammed that fucker in my
Yep,
nose.
that's all you can do.
Then I felt bad. I'm like, I just ruined your 94-cent bandana from Walmart. But
I know a guy.
yeah, we'll figure it out. But anyway, understand.
Okay.
Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
But so AAE's got the veins. AAE at ATA is gonna get. That's hard to say. Could get wild.
Will get wild.
I'm going to talk to my guys, and if we can get tattoo artists there,
We're getting yet.
that would be so sick.
Let's do it.
We've been tattooed.
We
here
get
in
the country
city.
singers back too. How do we get them?
So last year,
I
there
got a
was
guy.
one-
We know a guy.
Yeah, we got some guys, and they're still fringe. Like they're not. Last year, they're still there signing. We just need. Okay, Blake and Miranda were just so into archery as a whole, and you had like the guys at Major League Bowhunter were bringing it deep. They had Luke and
Craig Morgan was there.
Craig Morgan was
Morgan
there,
was there.
and
Aaron Lewis.
not sure where they have fallen off. But now, I've heard conversation of Morgan Wallen.
Dude, fucking
Suddenly
Mark
it's
Drury's
interesting.
got Morgan Wallen hunting, dude.
Right.
I told you guys earlier, I texted Mark today.
Post Malone.
Post Malone shooting a bow.
Shooting a bow.
Yeah.
With Cam.
Maybe, can we bring this back around? Again, I
Bentley.
talk about this thing being in a 7-year swing, man, and I think we're
Wetzel.
coming back up.
Yeah.
Cole
No-
Wetzel,
number
yeah.
one, dude, I'll tell you, my number one guest right now, like dream guest, is Co Wetzel. He's a bow hunter, hunts in Illinois. I'm hunting Co Wetzel down for a podcast. I feel like he's one of us.
Cole,
Yes.
get your butt over here.
Yeah, Co Wetzel needs to do this.
Quit fucking around.
Come on, there's someone out there that knows Co. Fucking grief him over it. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I agree. I think we can turn it around. I do love that we started this part of the podcast for AAE, and you didn't want to start about AAE. You wanted to talk about getting archery industry excited again.
Yes.
But that's,
Because it wasn't about, let me tell you what we did. I had to fucking talk about, tell us about AAE in the start of it. The first thing you want to talk about was making archery great again for the most part.
it is. No, it goes right down to what we talk about. I'm not going to make anything that's not going to make archery better again.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's the future of
We've
archery.
done enough. It is the future of archery, and if you don't know who we are, then I've failed at my job at this point. Right?
I think everyone that's
And-
seriously into archery does know.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And, and we'll go down. We're going to go down the line and we'll do what we do or whatever. But
Yeah.
we want this to grow.
Archery
You know what
as a
annoys
whole.
me the deepest right now? Flag football is about to be an Olympic sport.
That does piss me off.
Cornhole is about to be an Olympic sport.
And paintball is.
The oldest sport in the world can't get compound archery. Now, mind you, we finally have compound archery
2028.
in 2028,
Yeah.
but not in addition to.
Correct.
They subtracted a male and a female from the recurve side and created a mixed team only event.
Oh.
So we have the same amount of performances
Right.
for what is the most accurate rendition of our sport, but the most common rendition of our sport.
They have breakdancing.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have
Yeah,
that
it's-
break.
it's-
Well, break
crazy.
not anymore. Breakdancing only made it 1 year. It's over.
Yeah,
it was
okay.
on. It was
It's
on a
over.
test run.
Yeah,
It
That girl ruined it real quick.
She did. She did. But come on, guys.
But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, I mean that's
Well, I'm going to tell you one.
It's
I'm going to
impressive
tell you
what
right
they can
now
do.
why archery has failed. Because archers will not let it go mainstream. Because there are the people who won't let us care.
That's interesting. So
You want to know why?
tell me why, please. 'cause-
you're gonna find out.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't have an option, but I want to know.
Yeah.
what are you seeing when you watch cornhole at 10 o'clock at night on SportsCenter?
Fuck, I don't watch it. I didn't know it was a thing. Like I know what it is.
People are drinking.
Okay. The fun part of it.
Right. They're drawing people to the
Their
event.
engagement.
They're making noise. They're being loud.
Darts. Same thing.
So
Darts, same
darts.
thing.
Yep.
So one thing I was gonna
Flag
say.
football, much like what they're doing with. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
but
You're fine, brother.
You're opening this can, and it's
No,
gonna
I want
come
the
out.
can to be open. This is
All
open platform. It's not listen to me
All right.
talk. It's let's have a conversation.
So, everything that is hot right now in the world of sports, from golf. Now, golf finally made it to the Olympics, but nobody really watched the golf performance because it was just another Sunday. It's not the Masters.
But what was the golf? Didn't the new golf league come out when they're like,
Right. No, that's where I was going.
And that was
not live. It was the indoor.
Oh no,
golf.
the
indoor party.
I saw a couple guys. I don't watch
Royal
golf.
Family.
I don't
Right.
watch fucking golf.
Yeah.
I watch guys teeing off, and it was a party, and everyone's excited about
They were
golf.
going
Beers
nuts.
when they.
I'm like, I'll go there and watch some fucking golf.
Which, thank you. You want to know why that was born that way?
Happy Gilmore.
No.
Well, maybe.
Happy Gilmore, but Arizona, baby. The biggest
The
party
Waste
on
Management
turf.
Open.
The Waste Management
Waste
Open.
Management Open.
That's a party.
It's a party.
See,
It
that'd be
is-
awesome.
It is a party.
But
Yeah.
archery needs that because I said back in the day when talking to some bow brands I worked with in the past and other people we've had on, I always thought like we need to be making like trading cards and gassing up archers in the scene like they're UFC fighters. Like we need to have that dynamic around. That's like people get so behind fighter, not necessarily like that wild, but they create the personality, support the personality of it, put them out there, and then people want to watch so and so
doesn't-
shoot against so and so. I think that'd be huge for archery.
So my biggest thing is
Maybe my angle's wrong because I'm not in it, but
I agree. But the biggest
concept's
issue
right.
is, and again, this is an outside looking in perspective, like Vegas. Okay, Vegas is our biggest shoot, right?
So Super Bowl.
But it's a game of perfection. You can't run away with Vegas.
yeah.
You can't say, you know what, I'm going to throw fucking caution to the wind. And I'm going to hit it like in golf tournament. I'm going to hit it that flag that nobody can go after. I'm going to do this. So I feel that you need to put, like they've done in a few other tournaments, you need to put a 14 ring or a 12 ring.
3D
or
unknown
11
style.
Yeah, 3D unknown. So you put it off to the side and it's a little bitty tiny dot. But if you want to go for it, you're going to get an extra point if you hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of a sudden, somebody that may have screwed up, that shot an 899, can say, I'm going after this. I got 8 arrows left. I'm going after this because I have a miss.
Well, then it makes it more interesting.
I got a
too.
guy, like Bodie Turner that's shooting 300, 30x days where he's on it. He's like, I'm going to pound these things because I'm going to get a lead. And I mean, it's different, and it's my perspective only, but it would make it more interesting to the person because now somebody's going for it.
Yeah.
They're going to go for it. So in the golf world, when you looked at way back when Greg Norman, and I'm going to age myself here, but Greg Norman, Freddie Couples, and all those guys were at the top of the game.
Jesus, Grandpa.
Yeah, I know. So it's horrible.
You could have went to Tiger Woods.
No, but it wasn't Tiger. It wasn't Tiger. It was before Tiger. So those guys were making X amount of money in endorsement money. So the purses weren't $1 million first prize for every golf tournament. So, but their endorsement money was, I don't care if you crash and burn. Your job is to win this tournament. So you're going to go for it. And so they pushed it to the limit because they weren't worried about the finances because they were already getting endorsement money.
Right.
But they went for every flag. They went for everything. So I think in the archery thing, it's a game of perfection. These guys are so damn good.
Yeah.
It's insane. When you have 25 people that shot 900, men, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's like to be that perfect for that long in 3 different days.
But Bruce, I'm going to throw you under, and you and I have this conversation every year because I'm on the they don't even hold a gold star board anymore, but I'm certainly on the your opinion
board. Yeah.
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 Problem with our Super Bowl, same thing.
Yeah.
We already shot another full Vegas round and they haven't missed an X.
Right.
We've been watching them for an hour and a half.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have 25 minutes.
Yeah. It's
25 minutes.
Our world
at this
the
point,
attention span is not that freaking long.
No.
break the tie.
7-minute reels. That's it.
Yeah.
If you go after over 7 minutes, I mean, we're gonna be in two-hour podcast. That's great because people want to listen to the information, but they want to get to the end.
2-hour podcast.
They want to get to the
We're
end.
going for 5. We're having 5.
So at the end of the day, make something where somebody can separate themselves from the field.
That's
agreed. I think that's really good. But I kind of like that and add the personality
100%.
boost to people.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be shit talking. Not to be like, I'm going to beat the fuck out of so-and-so.
No,
I'm going to beat him.
No.
Although I'd watch.
Not that it would suck.
It'd be great. But it would be cool to like add a Happy Gilmore type character into the archery game who's like, dude, I'm going for it, man. Like, so-and-so's going to win. I'm tired of. Like a Hayden Deegan.
Yeah.
That kid's on top. It's not. He's good. We expect him to be in the top, like we probably is. But he's like, that interview. He's like, you don't like it, you can suck it. Like I just won. It's like he didn't tell anybody to fuck up.
Or he'll fuck up. But then he's willing to say, you know what? I made a bad shot. I'm gonna recover.
He'll crash trying to
I'm
win.
gonna crash trying to win.
and the only person we have that in our industry is Paige.
Yeah.
She'll go
I mean,
for 14s all day long.
she has the
gangster.
support. She has the support on the other side. It's not necessarily about whether or not I gotta cash that check. It's I don't live and die by winning or losing, but she does because it's a different level when the proper people are supported the right way. So they're not put under such wildly weird tension to fail.
Yeah.
And maybe this part of the podcast doesn't make it in. I don't know.
Oh, it's all going to make it in. Doesn't not make it in.
It's just Paige is the only one. She's the only one in our industry that provides a proper amount. Social media is our only. It's fucking free for one. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's free. If you can't put your face on there and at least go, hey, here was my weekend. I don't have to lie. I sucked here. I did this good. She's the only one in our industry who does that.
Yeah.
That is it. And she's one of my dear friends, and everybody go, oh, you're just loving on her.
I've never met her, but I've heard a lot of good shit about her.
Yeah, well, find anybody else who's more available.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean,
Find anybody who's more available.
You talk about
no matter what.
the trading cards and stuff. None of these guys want to be available.
No, they don't want to be available.
just want
You know what I mean by the trading card thing?
Yeah,
though?
no, I
It
get
just
it.
kinda
100%.
It's an
It
accessibility.
creates aura.
The only
like,
other one
excitement
who
around
gives the full on my emotions exposed is Levi.
Yeah.
And Levi's not available. Love you, bro.
No, no.
We've had our ups and downs, whatever, but you're not available when you need to be. The world doesn't know at least your archery life. Like, Paige is the only one, and that sucks in an industry our size.
You know, and I feel like kind of I called myself out by saying that because we should probably have more of those people on the podcast to create those personalities for them, right?
Well, yes.
Yeah, true,
No,
that'd
you
help.
need to expose them to your world because they have been exposed to the target archery world 100%.
Yeah.
You know, but we just need more people just not afraid on their level to just be like, here it is. You know, today I freaking sucked. Or you know what? Yeah, I fucking stomped a mud hole in their ass and I don't care.
Yeah. I love that.
Come
saying.
get me.
Yeah.
Come get me.
Yeah.
Why can't you? She's the only one who does.
She sounds rad as hell. Where's she out of?
Redding, California, Red Bluff. She's Northern California.
No kidding. Okay.
And no, you should have it. Paige is the best podcast interview in archery.
No shit. We got to get her in here. The thing, I was like, fuck, she's in California.
She's a dear friend. I'll remind me tonight. She'll be texting you at the end of this.
Gas her up. Let's get her out here.
She is down for anything. But again, she's the only person in the target archer world that gives us that.
Especially
but
on the
that is
female
our
side, right?
exposure to make this. Oh, dude, not even close. Female side.
But, like you just brought her up in general, like in male or female, she's the
Doesn't
one
matter.
gassing it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
It's
No.
awesome.
And again, Levi doesn't shoot a single product of mine.
Yeah.
But he's the only one on the male side. But there's like 10 males who all give you a little fingerism of their life. And
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, does one of you want to be the face of this industry or not?
Yeah, yeah. I've met in person and talked to. I met Chance Boboff in February at NWTF. He was sitting with us at.
And Chance spends a ton of time right here.
Yeah, he was.
I ran
he was
into
awesome.
Chance down here at Game Masters in Quincy.
Just a couple hours south.
I ran it every November.
He seems awesome.
Chance is a super cool dude. Call you out, buddy. You suck on social media.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, but I know what you're saying. You know what I mean?
They're just not. Social media is free advertising. It is the biggest way when you are a professional athlete in any sport is your opportunity to present yourself to the public and make yourself known and relevant.
Yeah.
In archery, Paige is the only one. Nobody even comes close.
Right.
And I'm opening the door. Please, somebody else fill this, take up the gap.
Yeah, I want to
that she
I want to see
holds
like
up
a mullet
for us.
partying the night before, smoking.
It'd be,
Smoking
a
a
John
dart.
Daly of archery would
Yeah.
be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Eric, grow the mullet back.
I mean, you bring. Is it an age thing?
Don't tip me.
Is it an age thing with Daly? Yo, Dave Cousins, where you at? I got you, boy. I'll call you out right now because he's the only one with Daly's background.
Oh.
But for real, what do we love about Daly? He gives two shits and he doesn't care.
He didn't care.
In our industry, it is you, Dave. So just be who you are. And he's a sponsored shooter of mine. He's going to be like, what the fuck, bro? But
I love it though. I
don't care, man. I just want people. Nobody is better than in their truest form.
But a polarizing character in archery would be crazy. Like,
And we only have
somebody
one.
that's like hitting darts while they're shooting freaking 14 rings.
With one hanging out of their mouth while they're drew back.
Just like just sitting
Female
Let me
golf.
hold this quick.
Dude, I just picture-
Charlie Huff in female golf is like,
hold this.
let me toss this and hit a ball, then go run 4
that
miles.
umbrella.
We
that they
need to hold my beer guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I got this. Hold
Picture a
my
guy
beer.
with a mullet, just like smoke the 14, like before he hits the target, turn to the camera, just like, fuck you.
Have you seen what's that guy who does the skit like what the hell? What's his name?
Oh, Tim,
You've seen when he does that skit of the bowling guy?
Yes.
the bowling guy? Yes. We need that
Suck
guy.
my sack. And it's like, you know what I'm talking about? What's his name?
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He does a fake bowling skit. Where it's like
Yeah,
bowling's
but we
like
need a real life guy.
not an exciting sport, but he makes this fake character skit up where this guy hits a strike and everyone's going crazy. He's like, "Suck my sack," and it shows him the cover like Sports Illustrated. They like
That's what we
it's
need.
Like the archery kind of needs that.
We need it. We need it so bad.
We need
man.
John Daly of archery. Who's it going to be?
Well, but the whole in that
I'm sorry,
it's going to be
only
an,
Cousins.
Yeah, I can't
it's going
shoot
to
a
be
bow or
it's going to
shit,
be an
so.
older guy because at the end of the day, the young guys The young guys can hold better.
You missed the conversation. You missed the point. I already called them out.
Okay.
But you know what?
Cousins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but
wasn't-
that's what it's got to be because the young guys can hold better. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the young guys' nerves, confidence, whatever it is, just purely can do that. But the older guys can go for it.
The John Daly's.
The John Daly's.
The John Daly's.
Cousins,
John Daly's.
Those guys, Levi. That Levi is
Dude, Levi,
he's
he
never
just
won
called you
Vegas.
old.
No, he's never won Vegas. So that being said, if you give Levi an opportunity to step outside of just X's, it's going to be scary. I mean, he's that good because if you tell him you can go for a 14 ring, you can go for, an 11, which gives you one extra point, but it's a little bitty dot, he's going to do it, and he's capable of doing it.
Right.
The problem is the young guys are going to dominate the sport. If you look at the sport, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Because they can hold better. But do they have the nerves to go outside and say
For the 14.
And go for it.
I'm
Risk
going
a
for
perfect legacy
it.
right now.
I'm going to go for it,
and-
because I'm going to build a lead. I'm going to crash or burn.
They don't have, they
And
don't
the
have
Levi
fucking
Morgans of the
mentality.
world could crush.
Here's
it.
the thing: people want to see Nate Diaz style people. You might lose
They
the
wanna
fight,
see
but he
people.
puts up a great
But
fight.
he's going to
the whole
go
time.
for it the whole
bring it.
time.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
people
and-
will keep signing him and writing him checks as long as he makes people
Yep,
watch.
yep.
Love him or hate him, you're going to
Yep.
watch.
And
Win
Tim,
or lose, you love it.
Yeah.
Tim
Conor
Gillingham
McGregor.
has been calling for this for a decade.
Because he's always been kind of unconventional in his
Well,
archery,
not just
right?
that, but Tim just understands where we got to come from. Of somebody find a game that brings this level of excitement,
Fun.
and we gotta
That you
gotta
can
back it.
fuck
How do we
up.
make archery fun?
And we need-
that you can fuck up, and
then
still
still
become
win.
the dude that comes from behind.
You can make a triple in golf and still win the tournament.
We
Yeah.
need badass announcers as well.
No, you
well,
you do.
fire up. All right,
Yeah.
you guys are sitting behind the
Yeah,
mics.
yeah.
Thanks for bringing yourself in.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Doug.
yeah. So you're it.
We're getting out to
Mustache and everything. We're on.
Hey, Doug, remember,
Doug, I can
Rogan
see
became
Doug.
the most
I can see
popular
Doug
dude in the world by
cracking
hanging
me.
behind a mic.
All right, let's see what this
I
Paige
get-
Pierce is up. See what this bitch has got going on today.
I can see Doug saying, "What the fuck was he thinking?"
Could you imagine us
We'd
I
be-
think he was
No,
with the
it would be
commentating the
awesome.
Vegas
It'd be
shoot?
awesome.
But you know what we could do?
What the
hell was
you know
that?
what? We could do I got an
I'm
idea.
breaking everything.
We could do an AAE Evolution WCB, like a rough and rowdy, but for archery.
Let's do it.
We'll wear
Well,
suits
you know
and
what?
everything.
We can get some, so we can see it. Hell, we can use binoculars and say, okay, that's what happened.
I think he went with the 14, but he
we know guys.
Just a spotter set
I
up.
can get us binos. We're good. I don't know if you guys have a bino
Loophole- loopholes
Okay,
got
just
us.
making sure. I didn't want to say anybody.
Yeah, we'd have some loopholes up there.
Yeah, is that what it is? Okay, we can have
A
those.
rough and rowdy style archery
Yeah.
shoot could be wild.
But
Well, there
okay,
will
so
be
now
the
we
Rushmore
circle-
Rumble at ATA. You never
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
It
I'm
could happen.
circling back
We
around
could
to
do
the
it.
ATA. How do we make an
It
event
could
there that
happen.
has fire?
It'd be way more fun.
We could do 3D courses and shit like that.
Oh well.
Well,
you know
here's
what
the-
needs to come back
again as
The
we come
pop-up
back into
shoots.
the
Pop-up
ATA.
shoots.
We have a ginormous space that is open to us to do whatever we want.
So I'm
And
getting
they are-
tattooed,
they
doing a
are-
podcast, and announcing a wild ass archery
Yeah, he
shoot.
said that. It's like,
Dude, the pop outside of I hated the pop up side for because it's horrible for execution, but it was fun
no,
for the
but
game.
it's funner than shit to watch.
It was fun for the game.
Yeah.
And we
Yes,
do
it is.
interviews.
Get a
Have
crowd.
you done the pop-up?
What
shoots?
happened?
I've never been to one.
They're an absolute
Dude, they were
ball.
so the Bassmasters or
Yeah,
it was Bass something.
No.
The Buckmasters.
Buckmasters.
You know, they get them when they
I've
pop
do-
up.
I've
and do
seen
that
them on
stuff.
TV.
Okay, so we had local ones that they'd pop up, run across, pop up, blah 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 blah.
They still do it at the Iowa Classic.
They're a,
Oh, pop-ups?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they were so fun.
they're a ball.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling some awesome shit coming down the line, but I'm too scared to say it publicly.
We went from not going to ATA at all to a fucking shit
Also, I'm
show.
getting
That's gonna be
tattooed.
awesome.
We're announcing.
You're welcome.
God, I feel like I'm kind of committed too now.
Getting tattooed.
I'm just over here hanging in the corner doing my job.
Yeah, job. Hey, building product,
love it.
building product, building demand, getting people excited about.
You're
this
excited
shit.
about archery because
Yeah,
like we're
that's all
talking
it is.
vanes, we're talking dropways, obviously glues, adhesives. You guys got recurve products, all sorts of stuff.
Talk about stabilizers. I want to talk about stabilizers.
Yeah, let's do that. We have
let's
the
talk about that.
stabilizers.
Stabilizers are not just a.
It's just not an attachment for looks.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you mean?
No,
what do you mean?
No, hey, let me
No.
have somebody explain.
All right. So
You got a guy?
I got a guy.
I got a guy.
I know a guy.
So
I gotta know a guy.
You know,
Who
the
knows
biggest thing
way more than I know.
in stabilization is when you look at our product line, there's nothing there that's just for flash. Every single tube, every single product has a design intent and an end response required.
So it doesn't just slap
Whether
the slot.
it's it's not just about long and stiff, Dale.
Got you. Damn it, man.
Some things are damaging.
It is when you're 62 years old.
Something's hurt, okay?
Sorry.
I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're continuing.
So-
We're good. We're
That was a
continuing.
good
Moving
one.
on. Moving on.
No, I mean, obviously within our line, you're looking at the Mountain Series, the Skyline, the Denali. Our stabilizer line started originally with the Hot Rods line, and we've evolved over years as we've learned about the end goal of stabilization and how it's a tunable item. But the big thing about stabilization is, I'm going to stress to everybody, I don't care what bar you choose, because you're welcome to reach out to me and ask me what your setup needs to be, whether it's hunting, 3D, stabilization, whether you're a low mass weight, high mass weight. But I just referenced a word there. Before I can ever tell you what your stabilization number is, please, and none of you will fully understand it, find out what your mass weight number is. Because if you have two bows and they are 2 pounds different, you have no idea how to aim a bow.
So, interject. I have the RX-9 carbon. I have the AX2 carbon. The stabilization on both
Aluminum.
Aluminum,
Sorry,
the carbon.
AX2 aluminum. The stabilization on both bows is completely different, but the mass weight is the same.
Yeah.
I need help with that probably. Well, for certain.
It's and he taught me this. I mean,
Okay, so how do you figure it out?
So
The only way
It
you
is
figure it
trial
out
and error.
is trial and error.
Yeah.
It is 100% trial and error. And you don't even need to have, I implore everybody beginning in archery, there's two things we fail in archery when we're teaching archery. To set somebody in a proper length release and draw length combo, mainly to women, men, to all of you who want your female companion to shoot a bow with you, do not fuck them over. Do not be cheapskates. Put them in a release that fits them and a bow that fits them. Particularly make sure it's something that doesn't engage their breasts that you love so much.
Okay. Keep their boobs out of it.
keep their boobs out of it.
Please, because at holding weight, we're holding a bow back, particularly women at, say, 40 pounds of draw weight and 6 pounds of holding weight. Any side pressure whatsoever greatly deteriorates their accuracy. Make sure they have
their tits. Hit
This
the
is
string.
going to open so many
In
conversations.
case anybody wasn't tracking.
You know what? No, it makes me so angry.
Crazy.
You are welcome to follow along with me and look at my beautiful fiance who has been trained from day one just a year ago on what her drawing is.
Taught, not trained. Trained is a bad word. But
Taught.
just say
Good girl.
taught. She has been
That's between
taught.
taught and trained.
Oh my god.
Just saying.
Maybe
I've
she
been married
has
for
been
36
trained, Dale.
years. I get it. Trained and taught are two different things.
She has been taught appropriately from day one, and I fit her into a bow that fits her properly. You cannot hand your 28-inch draw length to your 5'2" girlfriend and say, shoot my bow with
Get
your
her a bow.
release that she can't even reach the fucking trigger with your index finger.
Make it fit the person.
Please.
Yes.
Please. We want women to start shooting with us. We want to have somebody who does what we do with us.
And understand they will be better.
You are
when they
not a
start.
coach. You don't
Women
know
are better
what.
at aiming, man.
Yeah, you are not a coach. You don't know a fucking thing about archery. Love you all. find somebody who does.
Yeah. Well, women are better at aiming and execution.
It's not even
100%.
close.
It's
No,
an
it's
ego
not.
thing, I think.
Even close.
There's
It disgusts
there's
me.
no preconceived notions. My wife, I put my wife behind one of my long range rifles, and she just hits it. I mean, there's no question.
Do
She's
you think
just
there's
like,
zero ego with women?
Zero. It's zero ego. It's
They
like,
also
they don't
it's
think
like,
about it.
It's like, understand,
Their
they're not
nerves-
worried about doing this. They're not worried about
No,
that.
it's
I
not
mean,
just that. They physically, their nerve endings are better than ours. Their vision statistically is better than ours.
they're
Everything
just better.
There's not beat up and drunk like we've all been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason women live longer than men.
But they're born that way. My daughter, love you, Momo. Since the day she was 9, I taught her her first large caliber rifle. She went from a 22 to a 300 rum at 9 years old. Here you go, princess. You just shot a can at 9 feet.
Yeah.
Just put your head behind this thing. Don't let it smack you in the face and shoot that plate out there. Little did she know it was 575 yards.
Bang.
No, she's a machine.
Ping, ping.
My wife
Shot a howitzer.
If you
Same way.
care to lose
behind
all
the
your
phone.
money, anybody who wants to shoot against my daughter, step up. She will take it all and laugh at you.
Well, that's what I'm excited for because so my little girl's 6. She's like, Dad, I want to shoot my little bow, and I have her like a listener sent me one of those little. It's a bear, but it's still heavy for her. So she's like, gets it back, and she's like,
Yeah.
it's just.
So Diamond and Bear both make a bow that you can
Great
crank down to
bows.
almost nothing.
I think I'm gonna
Awesome.
an
Both my
atomic.
grandkids.
Yes.
Yep.
Dude,
Atomic.
I'm on my second child on a single atomic.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh
They're
yeah, because they
awesome.
go down to 12 inches of draw and 5 pounds.
5 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I need.
You
That's
can crank
crazy.
them down to nothing.
My
My 6-year-old grandson shoots.
yeah, and my
Yeah.
my 7-year-old daughter is shooting one.
F6 sells them, and until my daughter can do a Hoyt, I think I want to take her down and be like, all right, we're going to go to the bow shop.
100%.
I'm going to like make it a
Make it a day.
Make it a day.
For sure.
You know what's so cool for
Yeah.
the kids though too? It is a baby compound, and they
Dude,
watch.
it's a legit little compound.
No, it is
Yeah.
a compound, and they watch. They
And
watch their parents.
Sharpen
and
the
when they
point
pick
so
this
it
thing.
sticks in the target.
Yeah.
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 Make sure they
Don't
can stick.
shoot them. The little kids have the little dull. Sharpen those some bitches so they stick. Because
Yeah.
when they stick, they're like awesome.
Hell yeah.
They're rewarded, but
Yep.
the biggest point is they're like, daddy's, mommy's, whatever my bow looks like theirs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We are doing this together, and you don't realize they watch so close, so much closer than we realize they do.
Yeah.
Both my kids, I didn't hardly have to show them anything. Like, here's how you hook a release. They're like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
And you're like, how'd you get that? And the grandparents are like, they've been watching you every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so funny, real quick side story, but the other day I was shooting my bow in the yard. My kid's just like, he's kind of a little asshole, you know, just always making fun of me and stuff. But I shoot, you know, hit perfect. And out of nowhere, he's off doing this thing. He goes, ha ha, you missed. I'm like, what the hell?
How do you know to make fun of me? Just
Yeah, he's already making fun of me and he's not even watching. He just knows that like that arrow hit the target. And he's like, ha ha, you missed. I'm like, it was just comical. as
That's
all hell.
hilarious. No, it's they're sponges. I mean, I
are.
have a 6-year-old grandson, an 11-year-old grandson, and a 15-year-old grandson, and I mean, at the end of the day, they just want to get better.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they don't care. They don't do it whether they shoot with their fingers, releases. My 11-year-old shoots. He can shoot with his fingers one day. He can shoot with a release index finger the next day. He can shoot with the ibex the next day. He can shoot with the shadow the next day. And he's learning to shoot all the releases.
How old is he?
He's 11.
Damn.
I can't even shoot night backs.
Yeah. So and so it's just comfort, you know,
Yeah.
and he's awesome, and you know, and I love him to death. I love all of them to death, and it's just fun to get them into the sport because we need more of these people, and we need it to not be, you know, a bad thing. We need it to be a good thing. We need them to understand, you know, who supports who, and
Get them involved.
and you know, in the internet, one of the things that drives me crazy is the people that, you know, post a 4-point or a 6-point buck, and somebody says, "Well, should have let it grown," or any of that stuff. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It needs to stop.
Totally, yeah.
Support everybody. If
Agreed.
If you pull the trigger If you shoot your release, if you pull a trigger on a gun, never go on the internet and say, well, I know he's not big. No, bullshit.
No,
you
you're
shot
proud.
him, be proud of him.
Yeah.
It takes something to shoot an animal.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people that use our broadhead and, oh yeah, I shot an elk. Where's the pictures? Well, it wasn't very big. I don't care.
I still want to see the picture.
If
You're not
shot
gonna
it,
capture the memory.
who cares?
Yeah.
If
Right.
you're willing to shoot that animal, I don't care.
One of my favorite things at home.
Agreed.
Don't
And Arizona does an amazing job. And I don't know in the Midwest, but in Arizona, junior licenses are $5. Tags are super cheap. Draws used to be super high. Yo,
Not so much
AZGFD. We need to fix this. Tell the adults to sit the hell down. Fill all junior tags first. Then, if there's leftovers, give them to the adults.
Yeah.
If you want to shoot a cow and you're an adult and you want to knock a kid down for it, you're a fucking bitch. Fight me. I will fucking wreck you. So,
No. How do you really feel?
dude, I just got
Honestly,
hot in
here
the
at
face.
WCB But
It's so different out
justified.
west. It's so different out west. Then you can't shoot 7 does.
Yeah, right.
You
'Cause
can't
don't
shoot
mule deer
3
does,
bucks.
right?
Yeah, you
Junior
can't- we
cow
don't shoot-
tags
we don't
are
have
gold.
Doe. We don't
Really?
have. Yeah, because it's meat. I mean, it's for all
It's
the
not
meat
just,
hunters
it's
and-
not just me.
and-
It is
the
memories.
experience of the
It is-
hunt.
It
No,
is the
100%.
one hunt. Junior cow elk tags. If you're just a halfway decent hunter, put
You can
a
find 'em.
weekend. You can go find some cow
Yeah.
elk to
You can take your
kill
kid.
in Arizona. And the most popular hunt, 6A, 5B South. I don't care to say it. At this point, whatever.
That would have happened. You might want to cut.
Yeah, whatever.
Just kidding. No, it's fine.
No,
it's fine.
okay.
Yeah, write that down, Kurt.
Yeah,
But it's not anymore because five, 6 years ago, it was a guaranteed draw for your child.
Yeah.
You got to take your kid out and teach them the field and teach them the hunt and
Every
bring
year.
150 pounds of the best freaking meat on the planet to your house.
Yeah.
And now it's exploded. And part of the issue is Arizona Game and Fish still continues to give 3X tags to adults to shoot a cow elk.
Oh.
No, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't, unless you're over the age of 55, 65, pick a number. I don't care.
I'm with that.
Yeah. Unless
But
Senior.
Dale's old.
Right.
you, fine. Give me a senior tag, but give me the opportunity to grow our sport and our experience
Yeah.
to the kids with the best example we have. There is nothing better than
Your
to
fuck you is
take,
very justified.
Yeah.
give me.
It is.
And it's horrible, but no, it's not horrible,
It's not
man.
horrible. It's not horrible.
I have literally been blessed with the opportunity to kill almost 40 cow elk and watch kids under the age of 18 do it.
Yeah.
Take them to the spots that I know that I'm going to give them a prime opportunity in 2 days to kill an elk with one of our rifles. Yes, we shoot far. And our guns do the job. And by the way, most kids are better shots than you adults.
Just make it
Particularly teenage girls.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with them.
Goes back
And we
ego,
get to
too.
give them a phenomenal experience and put great meat in their households and teach them the outdoors that grows what we are about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To not have people close us up and sell our lands like they're trying to do in Utah and everything right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
For some freaking, oh my God, old POS who says, I want to shoot a cow, give the tag to your grandchild and go show them something. Teach them what we do.
Yeah.
I think it'd be hard. I don't see anybody that could argue you on that point. Like, wouldn't more youth tags be better? Or like,
how's it not?
Yeah, I don't see an argument on the other side.
If we
It's
don't support the up and coming, there's not going to be hunting.
There's not going to be. There's not an argument. It's a selfishness.
like if Illinois was like, hey, we're going to limit doe tags, but we're going to limit doe tags for archery, but we'll up it for youth season.
Right.
Or
Which you would be all over.
Or hunters 17 and younger.
Yeah. No, and that's
youth
yeah.
15 and younger. If you can drive to your spot,
Yeah.
you're no longer
And
youth.
there's a couple places in
for
Arizona.
us, it's 18. It's 17 and under.
Yeah, I don't know what it is in Illinois. Youth goes too long in my I think youth should be 15 and under for an Illinois.
I think I was 16.
16.
Yeah.
But and it's different by state because you guys have you can get farm license to drive at 14. We don't get that in Arizona. And frankly, when you come to Arizona and I take you on a cow hunt, you're gonna be like, I ain't letting my kid drive my side by side out here.
Right.
It ain't like driving down Fred's fucking farm, bro.
It's different here. It's for sure different here. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we got to go get them out, and now we got to pack a 900-pound animal.
I think
off the
about when
mountain.
I went hunting. I never hunted youth season. I didn't know if there was one, or my dad was like, "Fuck you, I'm not."
Yeah, I got shit to do.
I never knew there was a youth season, so I was. I'd hunt with my dad when I was 15, but it'd be like, all right, go to your, where your stand's at.
You're hunting with the
Or like
dad's
16,
buddies.
I'd drive like my first big deer that I killed. It was like 146-inch 10. I killed with a muzzleloader. I was in high school. I got off. I'm like, fuck, it's getting dark. I gotta fucking roll. So I just drove myself out and shot it and did it on my own. So I'm like, I'm not youth at that point.
No. If you're doing,
I was thinking about pussy and killing deer at 16.
Yeah. If you're doing it your own.
It's a different thing when you plant a 1,000-pound animal on the ground.
Well,
you need help and whatever.
The other side of the coin is, I mean, for youth hunters in Arizona, because we have such few tags.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have the tags that people have out west or out east, and so in that, when we have youth hunters, it's not the harvest, it's the hunt.
Yeah,
it's the experience.
Yeah, opportunity gets kind of removed from them by not allowing them to draw tags.
And we've created a problem. We have created a problem. So long range rifles that youth hunts, premium units, that a kid that's 13 years old has 27 spotters because their dad put them in for a premium unit to be a youth hunt, and their first deer is a 218-inch mule deer because they've scouted, they've done all that stuff. The kid gets behind the gun and it's a trigger puller. Mm-hmm. So that's what has created this problem with, it's not really a youth hunt anymore. It's a youth pulling the trigger.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so we have created as a society that problem. How you fix that, I don't know.
That happens in Iowa too sometimes.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But it does. And when all these kids go out and they shoot, 110-inch coos deers and 200-inch mule deer and all that stuff. So it's a problem. But in the cow side,
that's the whole point.
It's such a different animal.
Quit letting. I think the simple answer is kids can't put in for horned animals.
Yeah,
you can do that.
I think it's. Yeah, right. I agree. It gets spicy in there somewhere.
But it does.
No, there's a gray area.
It gets spicy because you're like, oh, I want my kid to shoot a giant because I put in this time and I want my kid. No. Your kid is out here to learn the experience of the field.
Hunt.
That's a good point. That's it.
That's
the best point.
Quit being selfish about your reward.
It's not an ego thing for you, for your kid to learn how to hunt. It should be your kid learning how to hunt, not an ego.
So I'm going to tell you a story.
Yeah.
I had a premium elk tag a couple of years ago. A buddy of mine, one of my very good friends of me, if he listens to this podcast, I love you.
He doesn't listen.
I don't think he does.
I'm going to tell him.
But that being said, he put his son in for the hunt, which was 21 years old, who didn't have a bow, who I helped get a bow. I helped set up arrows. I helped set up his whole deal. And his whole thing was, I'm not going to let him shoot a small elk. He didn't kill anything. Mm-hmm. And there was a reason for that. And there's a karma reason for that. And at the end of the day, the hunt became his hunt. Not his son.
Yeah. Mind you, the alternative when I take juniors out and it's a horned hunt, I don't care the size of the animal.
Yeah. And
the very first horned animal.
He's a world-class guide.
I
love him dearly.
He is a world-class guide.
But that's what happened.
But your first animal may be a 22.
Yeah, it may be a 20 or 11. which is 1-1.
and 11.
Right, 11, 1-1, but to me, it's like 2-inch horns. But you're not sure if they have 2 horns.
Yeah. So
the whole point is the experience.
Yeah, right.
I took my daughter's
and there's something
boyfriend
to
out
be said for
this
that.
last
But
year.
that's what happens.
Yeah.
In Arizona.
I took my daughter's boyfriend out this last year, his first hunt. And same thing. This is my golden rule. You shoot the first buck I put you in front of. If it's a 200, congratulations.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah. If it's a
If
2,
it's a 2,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Good job.
Good
job.
And that was the thing. Literally, we got on the spot and we struggled. He hunted hard. And strangely, late October deer in Arizona has become tough.
it's become really tough.
It's become a very hard hunt for the junior hunters. And my money bag spots, honestly, I've lost a lot of my money bag spots to real estate. And we've had to, we're on the search for some spots that would create large deer more frequently. And so we're just on the search for a buck. And his first opportunity, it ends up being 2 little guys. And the first one, solid 11. You know, he's 5x5.
Solid.
He's a solid 11.
Yeah.
He's 5x5.
Pointer.
Pure to its core.
Yep.
You're killing him.
Yeah.
And
Make it happen.
And a truck drives by. And he disappears. And this other deer comes out and he's like a 5x1. And I'm at couple hundred yards. It was a rough situation. I felt bad for him because this is a chip shot. I had him behind my 6.5 PRC. We had some difficulties with some of the components, and we weren't confident in it. So I put him behind my rum, 300 rum. It touches this deer, and his poor life expires, right? And but I am not
just like shooting a cannon at a squirrel.
No, we're literally talking
expired fast.
We're literally talking
expired.
2.5 inches on one side and an inch on the other, but it's a buck, and that's my rule, and I'm not going to let him pass.
Yeah.
And what was cool I've drug him through 5 days of hunting trying to find a buck.
He put in the work.
You got the experience.
That's it.
Yeah, he's
put in the work.
And I'm not a ride around side by side. We'll go up and down the roads. No, we've already put on 8,000 feet.
Yeah.
You've got 20 miles on your
this
boots.
mountain,
You're
whatever.
fucking tired.
Yeah.
And we've been on 5 deer and it didn't work out. And we actually were on a good deer, a deer anybody would be proud of, and it didn't work out. And now here's this little feller, and he's
feller. I love the way he says that.
But you know what?
Part of the hustle.
Here was the coolest part. He had called all his friends from school.
The next one is going to be that much better.
That's right.
But now,
Right,
now at the same time, his next one, it's like, nah.
How old is
you
he?
make the call. He was 17 at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But he'd never been hunting.
Right.
Good kid. My daughter's
kid.
boyfriend. Really like him. Good kid. He didn't have our level of figure in his life, and he's excited about it. You know, my daughter is a absolute badass, and he's been on her.
Killer.
Yeah, she don't piss her off. She'll shoot you at $1,000 and not blink.
At $1,000.
You think I'm joking?
Yeah, you laughing, Doug? You laughed a little bit. Why did you laugh?
Hey, Doug, she likes that nice red dot you have on your shirt.
Hey, you know what?
nice.
You must have laughed a little disrespectful because he picked you
I
out
didn't
of the
mean
crowd.
All I see is a target on that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug, watch it.
She'll shoot that mustache right off.
Eric designed it.
Doug's like, what did I do?
Nah,
You guys all
I
laughed.
took her out of that.
I'm
Just
just
shoot
here
them
being
fuckers in the
happy.
lungs.
Hell, I'm with Doug.
I'm happy
Just here
for
being
him.
happy.
But no, and it was.
Tired over here.
He shot this after quite way too long on my end of ensuring that, yes, this is a legal deer. Sorry, Dusty. But
Yeah.
he was very small, but the rule is the rule. You shoot the first buck I put you on.
Yep.
And no matter
Fair.
the size. And
Break the
we've
ice,
been
brother.
through some, but it was super cool because he had called all of his friends in that day. Like, hey, we're going to be out here. Could you come help? We're struggling. We need eyes, whatever. And his entire crew, their friend group from their high school was there. And he shoots this little guy with my 300 rum, and we didn't have much of a gut job afterwards. It was great.
Yeah.
He was properly deposited, and
But his crew was happy.
The whole thing. He had his whole friend group.
Everybody there.
Yeah.
Everybody was there congratulating
Well, it
him.
should
It was
be.
a cool thing. They were all a part of it. They all got to be in glass and observe and be a part of it. And it was a memory he'll never forget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's what
First
we
one
talked
especially.
about.
Yep.
Be happy with what you choose.
And
That's
next
You're gonna
time,
post it. Be happy with
Yep.
it.
yeah,
Gotta
next
run it.
time this year, if he gets drawn, cool. All right, you get to
We're
get
gonna
to make
step
the
up.
call.
Yeah,
We're
you
gonna
step
make
it up.
Get
next
to
one.
make the call.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's
he
the
will
fun part,
never
too.
forget. And that whole story went on down the line because his best friend's truck broke down.
Yeah.
And we ended up on the side of the road waiting for his dad, his best friend's dad, to come bring a trailer to get his trailer. And I'm stuck here with this deer that needs to be skinned. And I'm like, it's Arizona. We're kind of okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to sling this deer up on this road sign, and you kids are going to skin it in the headlights.
Hey, we got the time.
It's all good. We got
Kids.
it. We got this.
You kids are going to do it.
And I break out a couple of ratchet straps, and I sling this deer up on this road sign, and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, you're going to skin that deer right there. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a fantastic spot.
It's the best spot.
It's awesome.
I like that because it's a good introduction because I'm thinking about it. All of us, well, except for Doug.
But mind you,
Eric and I are thinking
again,
about getting
this
rid of
is
something.
there's four
Shots
girls.
fired again. Damn.
When I say his friends, there's four females who have never experienced hunting at all.
Yeah.
They were there.
And they weren't like, oh my God, this is so gross. They were like, oh, because to me, I'm prioritizing, I need this hide off this animal. I want to cool this animal off.
Right.
Yeah. They got to learn the process of it in a functional
From
way.
the function,
The function of it.
I could have picked the deer up and carried him off on one shoulder.
But I think sometimes guys will go like
But
dads
they got
or
to do it
bad uncles or whoever will be like, oh yeah, you do that, and they try to make it like, oh look how tough I am, look at how gross this is.
That's not it.
It's not the way to do it.
No.
But I think too, like, my oldest kid is a girl, my daughter, right, and then I have a son that's younger. And they're both going to be into hunting. I can kind of just feel it. Maybe they won't be when they get older, but I think they will.
Yeah.
My daughter shoots her bow and whatever, and she's interested. I'm like, you could be, I try to tell her, like, look, if you're into this, you might be the only one in your school. Like, you might be the trendsetter that kind of like sets the pace.
Says I'm leaving. I'm going hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, check this out. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or hey, I get to go to Africa with dad.
Right.
Like,
no, 100%.
Going to Africa. Like,
So I took my youngest daughter to Alaska.
Yeah.
We fished. She shot her first bear. The whole deal. I mean, it's awesome.
Badass.
Yeah. It sucked to have to pay for all her shit. But yeah. So
gotta do that.
get used to that aspect.
Yeah.
But
I got to get a different job.
yeah. You should get better companies to help you.
It'd be really nice if I was trying to think of somebody quick. I couldn't.
Budweiser, Chevrolet.
Budweiser,
Chevrolet, a truck payment. I need a fucking Morton building, like a Morton building. can sponsor
Dana
some-
White in the UFC.
Yeah,
we stand up for
UFC
you
would be
all
good.
the time.
Hey, let us do
You
the
should get
after
on
party
Rogan's
hosting.
podcast.
Yeah,
Because he shoots our broadhead, by
That'd
the
be
way.
great if Rogan. It'd be great if Rogan would have us on.
Yeah. Rogan would have you guys on.
Yeah.
You could do it like
That'd be something.
You could do like a podcast, like back and forth.
brother.
Brother.
The ultimate dream to be on Rogan is crazy. Like that would make my life. I'd be done. I don't know what I'd do after. I'd still do the podcast, obviously, but I'd be like, fuck my all-time podcasting dream.
It'd be crazy to see.
fulfilled.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's the ultimate, dude.
He's awesome. He's awesome and
Shoots your broadheads, which is
dope.
crazy.
He pays for him. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay, I heard.
He's awesome.
I heard a
He
rumor.
pays for him.
I heard a rumor
What's the rumor?
that you guys didn't know he was buying them until you looked up customer.
We did not.
That's
That
amazing.
that is a true statement.
Really?
So how did he mentioned it? And you guys looked it up. Like, was he really buying them or something?
No. So
probably doesn't actually-
I was on. So he listens to Brian Barney and
Eastman's
Dan Picard's
Elevated.
Eastman's Elevated.
Yep.
So I was on their podcast,
Yep.
and so he bought them. So the podcast came out. He had called Brian and said, "Hey, what are you using?" He told him, and he's friends with Snyder,
Yeah.
and so
Because Snyder's been on a couple times.
yeah, and Aaron and I have done a bunch of podcasts, and Aaron said, try him. So this, that, and another. And so my wife, I was in California on a deer hunt, and she said, "Hey, somebody famous ordered some broadheads, and I'm like, somebody famous? What do you mean, somebody famous?
Yeah.
How do you
She's
know
like,
they're
you know the
famous?
name, and I'm like, okay, what's the name? She's like, Joe Rogan. And so I'm like,
It came across
it
as
could
Joe
be
Rogan when he
no,
bought it.
100%. Yeah. And I'm like, so what's the address? And she's told me, and it was in Texas, and so yeah, 100%, it was him. And so I have never. Joe pays for him. I mean, trust me, I've offered.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Joe is going to invest in what he believes in.
Yeah.
But he can buy whatever he wants.
But he can buy whatever he wants, and that's the whole deal. And I love him for it, and I've loved the mentions and all that stuff. But he bought him, and he bought him because he believes in him, and because the people that he trusts, Schneider, Brian, Dan Picard, use him.
Yeah.
And they believe in him.
Well, I think it says a lot because, like, not only could he buy what he wants, he could get what he wants.
He makes one contact.
Yeah.
He can have a pallet of shit delivered to him.
Yeah, but all semi trailer.
Yeah, for sure. And so, but that's who he is.
He's just did you notice our portrait of Rogan talking to a caveman in
Yeah, I
in our
did.
bathroom?
That was awesome.
So
that was awesome.
our
Alien
goal
and a caveman.
is because that's just Rogan. Like
Yeah.
so
that's the reality of it.
That's so fucking cool. And Rogan is the GOAT. And he's the best.
He's awesome.
The coolest dude. Yeah, he's responsible for a lot, but especially our careers. Like,
Yeah.
and I've said this a lot on the podcast. Having a career in podcasting would not be possible without Joe Rogan.
100%.
It would not be fucking possible.
100%.
So shout out to Joe Rogan. Maybe you'll probably never hear this. I hope you do. But one thing I wanted to do when we bought this other building and remodeled it, we wanted to make. Obviously, we're very that's what we do. We're podcasters. Right. We started as that.
Right.
I wanted to get like a big portrait of Rogan that tied the two together of him on the mic, and I couldn't fucking find one. I wanted to get like a big because that way, like people be like, "What's that for?" It's like, no, that's the reason.
That's the
why
reason
we
you're
have
here.
all this.
Yeah.
Whether he didn't do anything for us specifically,
personally,
but for podcasting,
I have not met Joe, and we did the event, at Archery Country, which is awesome. They do a great veterans thing. We were there during the Texas TAC. We will be way more involved next year.
Yeah.
I got to shoot with a bunch of guys that were just amazing people. I got to shoot. I mean, Remy, Dan Satan, and I shot with a couple vets, and so it was awesome. It was truly awesome. Joe put on a hell of a show, at the mothership.
I want to go there
for
so
everybody, and it was amazing. I did not get to meet Joe, but at the end of the day, he's the guy that wants to help people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he wants to do.
People, he's interested in things.
He's interested in things, and so he's that person. I got to spend time with Evan, from Black Rifle. They're great people. So it was super fun. I mean, it was, I didn't, tell anybody I was there.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I just wanted to be there to help.
Just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to want to be at our rough and rowdy tattooed archery shoot podcast at ATA.
Yeah.
We'll have them all there.
yeah.
Give us a year or two, they'll be there.
I'm sure they'll show up VIP.
I'm sure they're like right there. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be there.
Yeah, for
You're,
sure.
you're
God
already
damn.
committed. I have your verbal.
Yeah.
Zach couldn't be here,
Brother.
but Zach is going to never let you live it down.
Ever.
For the next 8 months.
You think I
that
won't
being
get
said-
tattooed?
Huh?
Do you think I won't get tattooed?
No,
No, you won't. I know.
If we're there,
Yeah.
we're getting
that's a
tatted.
great thing.
Okay.
So
I'll talk to my boys.
when we talk about ATA and all that stuff, understand at the end of the day, we want people to be involved in the sport.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And so whether they come in through you guys, they come in through wherever, it just matters that they're passionate about what we do.
Yeah.
And
At the end of the day, we care.
And
That's it.
if you want to be and I know this is a horrible fucking thing to say. I'm going to say it anyway.
Uh-oh.
If you're a crossbow guy, a compound guy, a trad guy, it doesn't matter.
If you shoot an arrow,
Get out there and shoot. And I shame the people that are compound guys that don't like the crossbow guys, yes,
We kind of fall into that, admittedly.
yeah. It's a short range rifle.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's not we don't like.
It's a fucked up rifle, is what it is.
It just shouldn't be during archery season. That's all.
But that being said,
I don't agree or don't disagree.
But that being said, it's people that are involved in our sport.
That's right.
Okay, the gun guys have enough guys. We need more archery guys.
Yeah,
We do.
And if we're getting the gun guys to be able to shoot archery shit, that's what we need.
Yep.
We just need
That's all
that
that
crossbow
matters.
to be able to fire a evolution.
That being said,
Every
we got
crossbow
brought in
uses
for
that
those
trigger
guys.
design.
We got brought in for
Broadheads.
those guys.
We got the. We can get the AAE fletchings on it. We can get those crossbow.
We got
guys
those guys
to realize
Yeah.
the beauty of an evolution shadow release. We're
Where's that?
making
We're
ground.
golden.
What's that?
Guys,
Yeah.
I gotta say, this has been fucking fun. We're 4 hours deep into this. 2 hours each.
I told you this was not going to be a short podcast.
No, I didn't want it to be a short podcast. This is the introduction.
And I just got warmed up.
I want hey, we can still play darts and listen to music
Yeah,
and
we
have
can
a
do
good
all
time.
that
That's why
stuff.
we have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
studio we have to entertain and hang out with you guys.
And that just means you got to come back.
I will say, like, I'm
never got
glad
half
we
your
got
life
to
story.
do this the way we got to
Love to
do
do the
it.
live story.
Because if we could have done one at a show.
No, we could have been of what are
a
you
show
and
is
what
like
are you.
spec.
I
That's
wanted
no fun.
this experience exactly.
Yep.
And I
super
feel we
happy.
got exactly what I wanted out of like an introduction to WCB and how we podcast. And now it's just so I just appreciate you guys coming here. We all appreciate it because we tell people about what we have, and I think some people are like, "Oh yeah, it's in their basement, whatever." You know?
No, this is a badass facility. This is super fun. I mean, I've had so many people text me, whatever, send me hey, call me back or call me. It's like I'm on a plane. I'm on my way to wherever, Iowa, Illinois.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm gonna do an in-studio podcast with the WBC guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna
don't do them
go.
online
Nick and I
anymore.
are gonna go.
You
know,
just
we're
showed
gonna
that
have
the
fun.
wine got to your head.
Yeah, I know.
The WBC.
Working bow hunter class.
We're gonna
I
skip
got it, dude.
I'll skip over that. WCB.
I didn't expect you to say it perfect.
WCB.
That 4 hours into fucking drinking.
WCB.
We've
So
been
at the
drinking
end
and
of the
eating.
day, we're here. We had fun. This is a blast. The studio is awesome.
Thank you, man.
And we're happy to be here.
Well, we're
We
thankful
appreciate
for the
you guys.
partnership from both you guys. So much fun. We just came in to do a bunch of wild shit that I hope happens
Yeah.
because
I love it.
it's good for archery. It's good for industry.
I'm good for it.
Hey, I'll drink and get tattooed and talk while people shoot bows. That sounds like a great fucking time.
We're in.
That sounds like the dream,
Sign
really.
me up.
I'll wear a suit.
We're in.
Hey, I'll recruit
You don't
some.
need a suit.
You know what archery
A
needs?
shitty one.
Hey,
No, I want to
we
see
need
you in
rough and
shorts
rowdy girls at the
and
archery
flip
shoot.
flops.
We do.
All right, I'll work on them.
Some ring girls.
I'll work on the ring girls and the tattoo
Yeah.
artists
Guy-
and the beer.
Remember, you all were
gonna
there in
get nuts.
2015.
Oh yeah.
And I told the ATA because you can go ask James McGovern I swore I would live and die by this industry. My family's held this industry up. Those in the know. And I was on the hairy edge. And I committed yesterday.
We talked about it.
I committed yesterday. And I appreciate you guys saying you'll be there because when I put the pedal to the metal on my side, on the leverage I have, we are going to go hardcore. We need, and ultimately, it's the right decision.
Fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's the right decision.
It needs to be more fun.
That's all it is. We need to
Fun is where it's at.
have a fun, exciting event.
No, it needs to be more.
If they're going to open the doors this way, let's do it the right way.
Let's blow it up. Okay,
100%.
We'll be there. We'll be there. We'll coordinate days and when we're going to do it, and we'll update people as plans fall into place.
Yeah, you just be there for 5 hours. I'll take care of the rest. And bring some tattoo people. I got the rest.
We'll be there for 20 hours or more.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I just need you, 12% coherent.
I'll be 70. I'll give you a C. I'll be 70% or better.
I'm C most days. So.
I'll be
See
50.
Moore's Day.
Viddy.
Yeah, I'll be responsible. I'll I'll sail the ship here.
You know, our
you're going to
missing
be the
our missing
responsible person?
No,
That's
we're good.
not playing.
Our missing cohort's always 100.
Oh, yeah. No, he's good.
Hey,
no,
he's always 100.
Zach is the
Zach, we
responsible
miss you.
person.
I'll
We
follow
put
Zach
all
around.
that shit on him.
You can't trust a dude with a neck tattoo. Is what I've heard.
Yeah.
So-
I've heard that, too.
That's why we have Zach.
That's
What
the
if-
way
a guy with a neck tattoo standing next to Zach, kind of trustworthy.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah,
50% trustworthy.
Doesn't matter what you do as long as you look good doing it.
Hey, that's right, Doug.
That's it. Right?
Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right?
Called you.
If you listen to this full podcast, one part or two parts, whatever ends up being, use code WCB at AAE and Evolution. AAE Fletchings, WCB Fletchings will be available on our website, workingclassbowhunter.com soon.
Damn right.
Appreciate all the support. Any other plugs you need to make? We'll put all the relevant links in the episode description.
Plug.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Plug that, please. We're going to get it on Victory Drive. I don't
Okay.
I don't want to plug it off the top of my head. Without
Okay. So basically, we're same
Go
design.
fast.
Dale Perry.
Go
Yeah,
fast.
go fast.
This shit's over.
So,
We'll do a full Victory Drive episode.
Yeah, we'll do a victory drive, but this is a 45 offset, fully adjustable DP shooting solutions. Check us out, and I think you'll be happy with what you find.
Okay.
you go.
I'll make that Victory Drive introduction happen. You can Zoom call into that one.
Okay.
By the way, Victory Drive, it just invested. I don't know if I can say this. I'm doing it anyway. They just invested into a trailer that they're turning into a mobile podcast unit to travel around the country
awesome.
and do podcasts
Yeah,
from.
that is awesome.
Full blown
That's awesome.
committing, put the money into it. They're doing it. Jacob and Ashley are killing it.
They're killing
one of
it.
our podcasts. Also, check out Hunting the Mason Dixon podcast. Jordan Jones is killing it. And Tackle and Tacos podcast, all fishing podcasts. They're murdering it as well.
Yeah,
They're doing a
murdering
great
it.
job. Very proud of all our shows on the network. So, thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it.
Doug, you look great.
Happy to be here.
Thank you.
Eric, you look better.
Thank you. You look
Doug,
the best.
We were kind of hard on Doug this episode, so Doug,
We have.
I really like the AAE hat. You look pretty sharp in that one.
Very handsome
He
man.
looks amazing.
Thanks, guys.
A handsome young lad. Did you just trim that mustache up because it's looking pretty fine on the underline? There.
No, actually, I didn't.
Okay. Oh,
No, I didn't.
I got some scruff
I
going
didn't.
on.
I didn't. I didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't.
You know what? I
Because at 62, you still can't grow it, but
Yeah.
whatever.
No. It's all good.
You guys have catching up to do there, pal.
Looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a nice, fine aged bottle of wine right there.
Yes, it is.
Better with
Yes,
time.
it is.
All right, you know what to do. Go shoot your bow. We love you. Peace.